It's been another late night on set, and I'm really sleepy, so I'm going to keep this short and then go to bed. But this week on the Asian American Spotlight, I want to talk about Wolf Warrior 2. Now, most of you have probably not even heard of Wolf Warrior 1, let alone seen it. I haven't seen it either. I'm going to watch it at some point. But Wolf Warrior 2 is making huge headlines because it has grossed almost $800 million, most of that in a single territory, China, which is impressive, and it puts it in the top, I think, top 5 list for highest grossing films in a single territory of all time, and it's still in theaters, so it has time to go even higher, and they project it to probably end up in second place behind Star Wars, which is crazy. But this is very important, even though it's not an Asian American endeavor. This is important for us because it shows Hollywood, it shows producers and network execs and people that there is a market, there is a huge consumer base that is ready to pay for content with Asian faces, and that's exciting for me because I've never really, it's so rare to be in this position where finally, after years of like, oh, they don't want to see you for this, they don't want to see you for that, that they're finally saying, we want faces like this because it gives us a chance to tap into that market. So for all of you Asian American filmmakers out there, actors, I've talked to a couple of actors that watch this, which is super cool. By the way, we're not in competition. We should be supporting each other. This is awesome. Thank you for your support. I will support you in turn. But this is exciting because this signifies, I mean, probably even more so because it's already been happening. But this continues a trend that they're looking for more diverse faces and they're wanting to tell more diverse stories. And that's very exciting. So movies like Wolf Warrior 2 really, they show the people making the decisions like, hey, this is what people want. So let's start going that way instead of making what we think people want. This is concrete proof. And this is why it's so important to go out to theaters and watch movies like The Big Sick or Gook or any film or any endeavor that supports and represents you or anything that you want to see out there. So if you're a minority of any kind, of any category, and you want to see more representation for yourself, you have to support your projects. You have to support what representation there is out there. And most minority arts, like we're coming from a huge, I mean, we're coming at it with a huge handicap in that we don't have like 100+ years that Hollywood has in making all of this content that's very underrepresented. So we have to support our community and make mistakes and figuring out all these things until we can start making quality products. Thankfully, we're not starting from scratch, and there's already some really great things out there. And Wolf Warrior 2, movies like this really just show like the investors and stuff that, hey, the market's ready for more. So anyways, that's the next, it's just an exciting thing. There's, yeah. I guess that's it for the Asian American Spotlight. If you're curious about Wolf Warrior 2, it's in theaters. I saw it in Vancouver just last week. This week. Saw it in theaters this week at my local cinema. It's in select theaters in North America, I believe. And it is an over-the-top, unapologetically crazy action movie with some insane action scenes. And yeah, it was a full theater filled with mostly Chinese people, but it was such a very nationalistic movie, but you can just feel that atmosphere. And it's, I don't know, for some reason it just got people excited. And I don't think I've ever seen that for this kind of an action movie. So that was really cool. Anyways, if you're curious, check it out. I have a really good friend, Selena Jade, who plays Rachel, the main girl on it. I used to hang out with her when I lived back in Asia, so that was really cool to see a friend on screen. And that's it. I'm really sleepy. So I'm gonna get some sleep, and yeah, I'll see y'all next week on the Asian American Spotlight.